Honestly, I feel like I could just have a YouTube show called Evan Opens the Mail, because the amount of mail I get every day is just ridiculous. Let's open some of it up. Just got me yet another stiletto knife. Can never have too many. Let's see what all we have. Oh, look. It's another Minerva dollar. And this is a Cult of the Curious sticker, which I will also add to my leaderboard. I thought about maybe expanding on the sides here, putting stickers here and here. I just don't know how distracting that's going to be. I'll think about what I'm doing. This is a remote deal, must be. It's a Soviet hat. Yes, comrade. Okay, what's next? Does it loosen? No, it doesn't loosen. It's one size fits all because communism. Oh, it's another Minerva dollar. I told you guys, I'm buying all of them. I am now actively selling them because I have so many of them. They're $500 from me, but that includes tax shipping out the door. And get them now because eventually I'm going to say the price is $750, and I have all of them. This, oh, that's right. This is a currency book, and we already agreed upon, can't remember what we agreed upon, but we did agree upon the price on this already. So this is just a full currency collection, notes from all over the world. I want to say I offered like $200 or $300. There's some good stuff in here. A letter. I wonder what the letter says. It's a letter from my sweetheart. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this wonderful rare set. Oh, cool. It's a Note Geld set. So I've been buying a lot of... I'm done buying it now because I spent too much money. German Note Geld. I'm doing Note Geld mystery boxes. Oh, yeah. I forgot about these. I've been looking for any German medals at all. I'm going to take this off. This is not engagement. So I found two really rare Nazi medals that were grossly underpriced on just some random website, and I bought them. They're authentic. So I'm not gonna send them in for grading because they're circulated, I think. So what's this one? 1935 National Day of Labor badge. And then this is Winter Hilfswerk. I don't know what this is. Looks like it's like made of clay. So I paid $145 for these two here, and I'll probably try and double my money. Maybe I'll send this one in for grading. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape. I can't imagine there's very many known if this is made from clay. Okay, these are my North Korean coins. No, Nazi medal. This is the most expensive one I bought to date. So this, I forget what this is commemorating. Something with the Holy Roman Empire. It's very rare because the Nazis did not like anything related to Catholicism or its roots. So this piece was, what did I pay? I want to say $1,500 for this one. My most expensive one to date. I can't imagine there's many of these out there. And that concludes the mail. And now I gotta clean this up because I just made a huge mess.
Anyway, this says Masonic cane.
Okay.
Presentation cane.
May I see it?
She traded it at Blake Antiques in 2013 for a $200 store credit at the antique shop over there.
I would think it's gold plated or gold filled is what I mean.
You
Yeah.
know what? I see the file marks, and
Yeah,
I
I
saw
do too.
a little bit of green in the very bottom
You
of the file
see
mark.
any green, that's it. Green means
You know, dark,
plate, yeah.
dark green. I took a.
This is a nice piece, and I actually did just have somebody ask me about a vintage cane. What were you thinking on it?
I don't even know. And I just wanted to quickly show you this stuff.
Okay.
And because I don't even know if I want to sell it, I want to see if you like any of it. And then I don't want to just get silver melt for this.
No,
stuff.
this is nice.
This is silver.
So with this stuff, so I just hired a jewelry expert, and I would really like her to look at this. I wish I'd had her come today. She's only working for me 2 days a week. Would you be able to come back on Tuesday with this stuff, Tuesday or Thursday?
Maybe.
Okay, because I want to buy all the stuff. I will pay you above melt for this stuff. This is good stuff, but I don't entirely know what I'm looking at because I'm not great at jewelry. Okay, so do you want me to pick out some stuff that I'm comfortable buying today? Or how do you want to do this? Do you want to just come back?
I just want you to give me an idea, actually. I mean, it's not...
You got a couple thousand here, I would think.
I'm in no need for the money immediately. So I just kind of want to get a gauge, and since you've got, you had a little time today, I thought, why not?
This whole pile, the coins, all the stuff here, not the cane, $500.
Let's go individual pieces, can we?
That's complicated.
Okay. I think I'll just wait on this stuff.
Okay. So I could not make a deal with that guy. That dude came into our shop at the old shop, like one of the last weeks that I was working there. He had, my God, it took us 4 or 5 hours to go through all of the jewelry. His mom was an antiques dealer and died, and he was liquidating everything. We bought like $20,000 worth of jewelry from him, and it was really nice stuff. But working with him was incredibly difficult. And when I saw him coming in, I was glad to see him because I know he's got good stuff. But then I remembered, oh my God, that's right. Just getting you to say yes to anything was like pulling teeth. And I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to make a deal with him. So I kind of wanted to shoo him out because it's like, I'm busy and your prices are going to be unreasonable for me. And frankly, the offer I made him, you guys, was very generous. That was way above melt. But the fact is, you got to learn to cut your losses and see when there's not a deal that's going to work out. Time is money, and if you're not going to be able to make it work, then you're just not going to be able to make it work. You have integrity, you can't come up too much, you have a reputation to protect, you need to be firm. And I just got this thank you letter from Mr. Andrew Paulos. Andrew says, Evan, thanks for great items and great content on your pages. Here's my new sticker to add to your collection. Thanks, Andrew. So Jersey Shore 2529, you guys go give Andrew a follow. He's a great person, and he is joining my leaderboard. So what I've been considering doing for a while, because you guys can see down here, it's getting a little crowded, and I don't want to cover anyone up, and I don't want to remove anything, particularly because some of these people were the first people to be smart enough to send me stuff, like Mr. Vanderplow sent me his business card. I think it's one of the first ones I got. Trap Spot sent me it was one of the first things I got. Beach City is one of the first I got, and then there's just people that I like, and I want to help. I don't need to help them, but I just really like their shit, and I want to let them know that I like their shit. So Time Suck, Behind the Bastards, another Time Suck. So I'm gonna start adding to here and to here. And you guys, if you have stuff, like if you have stickers, please send them to me. I'd like to fill this up. I'd like this like all to be full. All right, so I'm bidding on some medals here. Winning this one, 12 seconds. My max bid's 400. I can't go any higher on this one. Okay, I won this one. My dad thinks what I'm doing is brilliant with these Nazi medals, and I think I'm onto something here. But unfortunately, I'm in a bit of a financial crunch now, and goddamn, I got $12,000, $13,000 into these, and I wanna keep adding to it, but I can't. So this is it. This is the last of me getting these medals, and like this person, whoever this guy is in Germany, I have been getting most of my stuff from him, and okay, I'm gonna spend like $3 grand. There's a few of them that I really, really, really want for the collection. I really want this one. It's like a Nazi battle. There's an Invasion of Norway one. This is the only one known, so I absolutely have to get this one. This one could be like $1,000. And I'd like to get this one, because this one is really rare too. These are all rare. Wow, look at that. So I'm gonna try and get that, but I can't go as crazy as I want. The one that I really wanna get, I'm just not gonna go for it because it's gonna get really expensive. It's, this one is the only one known. I might leap on it up to 300 just because it's the only one known. There's a shooting medal. God damn, that's already up to 1,000. I can't get that one. It's too bad. So what I'm trying to do with this collection is I'm trying to tell the story of the Nazis with it. And each of these medals has to be super important historically to the story of the Nazis. Like if I feel that it just sells the collection in terms of the story that I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm trying to get. But goddamn, some of these are getting so fucking expensive. And these were not this expensive when I started buying these a few months ago. They've just shot up in price. Okay, so this is the one I want, and thank God there's another coin dealer that called me up and he's buying a lot of these and he's gonna sell them to me. So he's gonna make a little money, but because I can't afford to be buying most of these right now, but I absolutely need this. So I'm paying I'm gonna go 909. Fuck, somebody's bidding too. 511. Oh, please tell me nobody bid it up at the last second. Yeah, 511. That's a fucking really good price. Fuck yeah. Let's see, how much have I spent so far? In this round, I have $3,818 due. I really need to stop. Of course, he is charging me $100 for shipping. Still, okay. No more. Jesus Christ, Evan. You're gonna fucking put yourself out of business with this. It's a little after 5. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm gonna leave it a reasonable hour today, but I just sold these Nazi medals. So I sold the 1938 medal, And then I didn't show this one off here. To be honest, I wasn't going to sell it yet. I literally just got it in stock today, but the person was wanting to know if I had any more. And I was like, well, I can sell you this one too. So this is a National Day of Labor badge. Circulated, it's not one I would send in for grading. There's like an obscure website that has German coins, and it had some Nazi medals, and it had 2 available, and I bought both of them. But I paid $45 on this, like, cause that's a no-brainer price, and I got $100. Between that and this Sudetenland medal, I got $225, and I have $100 into the pair, and I'm gonna send them a copy of Wolf in the Jungle. I'm gonna sign it, because nothing goes with a Nazi medal like a Nazi hunter book. This is also going to a veteran, and if you are a veteran, I do offer veterans discounts. I so appreciate the service that our armed forces do for us. So, you want your veteran discount, just let me know. To CJ, fuck Nazis. I'll still sell their shit. Got another remote deal. Let's open it up. Hey, Evan, love your content. I added in a token I found of Super Smash Brothers. These cards I thought would be funny in your case next to Pokemon or something. If you open them, you have to eat the gum. Bubblegum bench warmers. Oh, got some graded coins. Very nice. Okay, boomer shit. Okay, so these are all dog shit coins. These are all inexpensive, clad. I'll get $15 retail. I like borderline don't want these, or case fillers is what these are. Fucking, and I really don't want presidential dollars, you guys. I can't tell you how much I hate them. No offense to this person who sent me this, but I don't want modern coins, you guys. If it's after 1965, I basically don't want it. 125 is what I'm gonna offer on this. And I bet my retail is maybe 160, maybe. The Super Smash Brothers challenge coin, I'm either gonna keep this or I'm gonna give this to one of my friends for his birthday, because I have a friend that really likes Smash Bros and is insanely good at it. I don't know, David, if I'm gonna give this to you or not. We'll see. And it looks like Kevin and I reached a deal at 125, and Kevin wanted me to emphasize how funny these are. Indeed they are. This is cute. Pawn Man. My name is Brish, and I'm 12. I really enjoy your videos, especially Beyond the Pawn, Between the Pawn. My favorite episode was the one on autographs, because I collect them as well. I don't know much about them, but it is an interesting fact that Marilyn Monroe's secretaries would often sign her in red pen. I hope you like the things that I sent. I don't know what they are worth, but if you can please send me a 9/11 coin or a copy of one of your books. Thanks for reading, Brish. P.S. So sorry for my shocking handwriting. Brish sent me, and this is kind of like, oh boy, I gotta look this up. It is a coin from 1679. I think it's Spanish. I gotta look into this, one, see if it's real, and two, see what it's worth. If this is real, it's worth over $100 for sure. I gotta look into it. So they sent me that, and then they sent me this little soldier kind of deal. So I'm gonna just keep the soldier here on my leaderboard next to my camphor. But what we're gonna do here, you guys, and why I wanted to show this, I mean, not just because this is adorable and I like this. So I can't actually do a deal with you if you're under 18. It's just law. I can't buy or, well, I can sell, but I can't buy from people who are under 18 because you have to be an adult to want to sell your stuff here, or to me. But what I can do is I can accept this as a gift, and I can send them a gift in return. So basically gift trade that's not officially a trade. That I can do. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna look up this British coin and see what it's worth, and then see what I can send Brish in return, what I choose to gift them in return. There we go. So it looks like the coin that this kid sent me is worth about $80 to $90, somewhere in that region. So if I was to buy it, I'd offer him $50. Here's what I'm gonna do, because he wants a 9/11 coin. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do about Brish, because it has been almost a month since I recorded that. So Brish, I lost your address, and you didn't include any contact info in here. So this has been sitting, waiting for you to contact me, and you haven't yet. So hopefully you see this and you know that I'm not stiffing you. I'm sitting on this and I haven't gotten it yet. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, what I have to do, if I were to buy that coin from Brish, it's worth about $80. I would offer them $50. And what I'm going to do instead is send them this Jamaica halfpenny. It's a 9/11 recovery coin. I am going to send this to them as a gift, and I'm going to take this as a gift. But again, I haven't heard from Brish, so until I do, it's gonna live back there. And Brish, when you do contact me, I am gonna make you give me a sample of your handwriting, because I need to be sure that it's you. So, hopefully Brish sees this. So I have a Sudetenland medal from 1938, and then I have a graded one from my Third Reich Horde. What's interesting about these, so they haven't been grading these Nazi medals for very long, I don't think. It started with NGC, and then PCGS made the designation Third Reich I think just like a couple years ago. So because the graders don't have a whole lot of experience with these, the grades are a lot more subjective. I have heard that the first NGC graded Third Reich stuff has been very harshly graded because they just didn't know what they were doing. So this one, the one that I have that's graded, is top 5 known in the world. And then I have a loose one that came in that remote deal. So let's take a look at them and see if we can't guess what the grade might be. Now, these medals were awarded to German officers and SS personnel and other people that occupied the Sudetenland and later Czechoslovakia. They started issuing these in October of 1938. They issued them all the way until December of 1940. They minted 1.16 million of these. So this is actually a pretty highly minted medal. Is that the word? They minted a lot of them. 1.16 million is a lot. They're made from brass. So looking at them closely, I would think that you would look at the same kind of attributes as a Morgan silver dollar, with the eagle being very important. So we look at the good one here, we can see all the details in the feathers. We can see all the details in the wreath, in the eagle's claws. There's one kind of like weird marking on the left wing. The eagle itself, you can see its eyes, like all the prominent details, all the figures. Apparently this has something to do with like ancient Greece, the nakedness. I think it's very weird that they're naked. We can see the chain here, all the details in the chain, the physical form, the muscles, the genitalia, the Nazi flag in the background. Very, like, it's not like an overt swastika, but we can see the outline of the swastika, all the folds here in the rib or in the flag. So now let's look at the other one. Number one, we notice right away there's a lack of luster. Just looking between the two, this is a very dull brass, this is a very shiny brass. What I do think is interesting is there's some like kind of marking right here, and that didn't knock the score down, because on a regular coin, that might nullify it from even getting a score, period. So I don't quite know what the standards are. There's no catalog on how to grade these, or no book or guidebook or anything. But again, looking at this one, you guys see the difference in the detail in the eagle feathers. The wreath is much more worn down. We don't see any, I think those are leaves in the wreath. We don't see any distinction, it's just a circle. Some detail in the feather, definitely no detail in the face of the eagle, like its eye slit is gone. Comparing it back over, you see all the details in that eagle. You just don't quite get the same with this one. By the way, you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is actually like extremely hard to film right now. Looking at the bodies, no details in the muscle. We see some genitalia, but it's kind of worn down. The folds in the flag are worn down. You can barely see any evidence of a swastika in the back, but we do still see the chain. The broken chain details are still pretty good. So let's check out the reverse. At a glance, all the lettering looks pretty good. There's nothing worn down on the letters. They all stand out. But looking here though, we see some wear around the letters, some coloration that we do not see here. In fact, that's just totally crisp and clean. Perhaps this reverse is why this graded so high, because it is a really clean reverse. Like looking at this one here, I mean, like, you just see how crisp the back of this one is. There's no dirt on it. I mean, this was obviously given to somebody who just tucked it away. And then this one was probably worn. So if I had to grade, okay, we see some like specks. I don't know if that would be environmental damage or not. Potentially environmental damage. If I had to grade this piece, I would grade it extra fine 45. If I had to. I certainly wouldn't sell it as that. I would never sell a coin with a grade, but if I had to guess, I would think this is 45 points on the Sheldon grading scale. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Running around, I gotta go run some errands. Oh goody, one of my neighbors died. Which means I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. So I'm going right now to my safety deposit box to get all of my reserve precious metal that I have stored away, because there's kind of a lot. Because I'm kind of low on money and I need to do something. I have a bag of cigars in my lap. All right, I neglected to bring a box, which was my smartest move. I had to fill up my pocket, but I got some silver. So these are Congo proof likes. I bought these from APMEX about a year ago and just stuck them away. I have 37. I have a Germania 100-gram bar. This is, I think it's Australian Lunar New Year series. It's a 5-ouncer. 3 eagles. This is unfortunate that I have to sell this, but I kind of got to do what I got to do. That is a George T. Morgan 1 ounce of gold restrike. I'm going to try and get $2,500 at least on it. It's worth about $3,000, but kind of having a little fire sale right now. And then this is all gold that I've been putting away piece by piece. There's about an ounce in there. So yeah, it's freeing up about $6,000 or $7,000 I'm freeing up here doing this. I really don't want to do it, but I actually had to tell my guy as I was leaving, I was like, hey, we really can't buy anything right now because we're so low on cash, so.
What's going on, you guys? We're Between the Pawn. I'm Evan, and today marks 1 year since opening up my own gold and silver business. That's right, today, as I record this, it is the 1 year anniversary. I can't believe it's already been a year. It went by really fast. How's the year been? Usually I do how's the week been. I'm gonna recap the year. And well, I guess I already did that at the end of the year special, but we'll do it again, talking about how everything got started and how I ended up here. Because like I said, cannot believe it has been a year. In fact, I didn't even think about it until I was in the car this morning and I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah! So 13 months ago, I was still working for the old shop and I could see the writing on the wall that buying that business was not going to be possible. Too much shit to make it work. And I realized that I had to leave and I didn't know how I was gonna do this, how I was gonna make this happen. I didn't have very much money. I only had about $30,000 with all my assets and everything, and I knew that wasn't gonna be enough. But luckily, 2 followers stepped up, volunteered to give me small loans. US Bank gave me $30K. I opened this business up by my fucking bootstraps, and I opened it within the span of 30 days. I quit on, God, I wanna say I quit on March 4th or 5th, 2021, and I was open for business here by April 1st. And you guys remember, they laughed me out the door, and just a couple weeks later, haha, here I am, like a bad dream. So the first couple months, you guys, I bled money. It cost me about, when all was said and done, about 15-ish K. Just to, do the down payment, get all the cases, get all the licenses, get the safe, get the shed, get all my T's crossed and I's dotted, and then there were some things that I was missing, so it was about 20. I spent about 5,000 in April of things that I had just kind of laxed on, or I realized that I needed, but I didn't realize that I needed when I opened up. I was down to about $30,000. I opened on about 80, spent about 50 getting inventory, and this was a mistake I made. I went around to antique shops and I spent almost about 20,000 on shit to have in my store because I didn't want to have bare cases. And a lot of that stuff I still have. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And, that was a mistake for sure. I could have used that working capital elsewhere, but I didn't want to have a store that was empty. So I spent, too much money on that stuff. And then my first 2 months, I just bled money because nobody walked in here. The only thing I had going on was social. Here, take a look. This, you guys, this is May of last year. I couldn't find April. It's buried back there somewhere. And I don't do everything on paper. I'm just showing you because I have it on paper. I have digital records too. I don't do everything on paper, but this just serves for showing the point. So this is May. This is it. This is last month. This is the difference in a year. This tiny little folder versus these are all my buys and sells. So obviously business is going really well, but the first 2 months it did not. I had to get my name out, and part of what propped me up, or actually completely what propped me up, was social media. Because like I said, nobody was coming in here in May. I was doing business on social media, but nobody was stopping into the store. And then in June, the word kind of started to get out. And then it went like this. I would say this business turned a profit in November. So 6 months after opening up, I turned a profit. Now, where it gets hard to measure is that profit is mostly tied up in inventory. Started on 80K, like I said. Currently, right now, I have about 130K in inventory, but my cash has dwindled, and this is where it's getting hard. Basically, I have become the victim of my own success because I am now the #1 shop in town. Social media propped me up, and I was getting a lot of reviews online from social media, and then people started noticing that, I have more reviews than anyone in town, by a wide margin. So that started having an impact in the summer. And steadily I started getting busier and busier. And now, I'm #1 in town. People come to me first. My phone's ringing off the hook. I got walk-ins every day. But where it's getting hard, you guys, is you need $250,000 to do this business. And this is what scared me so much about opening this place up, was I knew that I could never get that. I knew I couldn't even come close to that. That I got 80 is unbelievable. I can't believe that I was able to raise 80K to open this place up. But that was inadequate. It was grossly inadequate. And I opened this place up without a business plan because I thought, well, I know how to do this business. Social media works. I don't need a plan. No, now I see the value of a business plan because some things have happened that I wish I had had a plan for. And one of them was what happens when you're so busy, my revenue is over $250,000 a month, you guys, but I'm spending $250,000 a month. And I don't have $250,000. I have operating capital right now in the bank. I got about 15K. And so it is really freaking hard to do this business with the amount of cash that I'm on. And the fact is, when good stuff comes in here, it's all gravy. I gotta buy stuff. But then I have to do a backflip and turn it. I actually was projecting to run out of money in February. I didn't tell the people that were working for me because I didn't want to scare them. I had charted by Valentine's Day. We were gonna be completely out of money and I had no idea what I was gonna do. And I pulled 12-hour days for working 7 days a week for like a month. And we averted the crisis. But we're not falling back into it, but it's getting kind of hairy again, and we just had a shakeup here at the business. That caused some problems, and that for 2 weeks until I found a replacement, and I did find a replacement, money was kind of tied up at a bad time. So where it's been hard, you guys, is just the amount of cash. And what I'm getting to is I am looking for a working capital loan. And I'm looking for one of you guys for like 50K. I have borrowed money from followers in the past. There are 3 followers that can vouch for me. I paid them back with interest. They loaned me 10K. So this is quite a bit more I'm asking for. But the fact is, like, I need more cash to do this. Everything is going right. It's just I've been inadequately set up. And it is so hard to do this business with the amount of money that I'm on. And banks won't lend to me. They think that I'm high risk, that I got 30 grand from US Bank for a starting up loan is amazing, but they will not give me anything else. I tried. I've been to 4 different banks and 2 credit unions, and they all view me as high risk and they won't lend to me. And it's like, well, I can show you that this business is doing well, but it doesn't matter to them. So if somebody watching is interested in giving me a working capital loan for 50K, please let me know. I can show you financials. It'll come with a contract. I'm looking for 1 year and I'm looking for like 10%. This is negotiable. I do not want to give up any equity of my company. And if this doesn't work, I'm honestly thinking about going on Shark Tank. I just don't want a 20% loan from Kevin O'Leary. Another part of what's so hard about doing this, you guys, is this is my focus. And yet I have to do this. So I basically have 2 full-time jobs. This is a full-time job. The amount of work that social media takes me, it's insane. And I also have to run this business, you know, do the accounting, do the customer service, come here. I work 7 days a week. So it's just very hard to do all this. I'm not gonna give up on anything. You know, I love what I do. I'm so happy. Couldn't be happier. But this is my golden goose and I can't neglect this. And if I neglect this, then this hurts. And if I neglect this, then this hurts. And so I'm just kind of between a rock and a hard place 1 year into this. With that being said, this business is going great. It's very rare to turn a profit your first year. Now that I'm a year out, I see what a smart decision it was walking away from the old shop, walking away from that deal. I don't know if I even would have been able to make it work because they wanted so much money. For me, everything clicked when I turned 30 and I went to Las Vegas. I've been working for the old shop for just a couple months and I wanted to go see the Pawn Stars shop. And we show up and there's a line out the door. And we walk in and I notice they're so busy. The place is a tourist attraction and they are doing so much business, but they're not buying and selling gold. They're selling merchandise. And I realized right then and there, that's the gold mine of this business, is turn your store into an attraction. Sell the information. The information's the gold mine. The gold's just a nice subset. The information is the real key here. And so I came back to Minnesota having visited them and I went full steam ahead creating this. And it was a life-changing experience going to that shop and seeing how they were doing things and having that click for me that this is what I need to do here, is sell the information. Building a social media presence. That's how you run a business these days. You guys, I just need to say thank you because without you, this would have imploded. This is my dream. This is my life's work. This is my everything. I put all my money, everything I own into this business, and it would have gone belly up within 3 months without my help from you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you, you guys. Moving on, you guys. Discord. I could use some more help with moderators. My head moderator, Ben, is stepping down, so I'm just looking for more help on Discord. If you want to be a moderator, let me know. Basically, I'm giving an ounce of silver every other month if you're a Discord moderator, but I don't do any work myself on Discord. In fact, I'm barely on my own Discord. The only reason I have it is because TikTok rat fucked me out of running a business on it. But I do very, very, very little work on there. So I could use some more help. If you guys are interested in joining my Discord as a moderator, please let me know. And the final thing I want to talk about is a political con artist. His name is Brandon. I've been making TikToks about him. So you guys remember I was running for Congress about a year ago? Well, the person who convinced me to run, this TikTok follower of mine who just basically inserted himself into my life, literally convinced me to run because I said no to him 4 times. He was, shall we say, very aggressive and convincing. He said he could build this whole team around me and move mountains and I was like, well, I'm opening up my own business. Oh, great, I'll build a team around you and they'll help you run your business. It'll be so much easier to run your business with me and a whole team. I slowly discovered over the course of 3 months that this person was a fucking sociopath, narcissistic, lying scam artist. And I eventually, it took me 2.5, 3 months. I did fire him. So after I fired him, I put the whole thing out of my mind. And then a couple weeks ago, I got a phone call from somebody running for Congress in California, and they asked me if I know Brandon, and I'm like, stay the fuck away. You tell me everything you know. I'll tell you everything I know, and we'll meet in the middle. So this other person told me that Brandon had destroyed their political campaign, and apparently after I fired him, I can't stress the word allegedly enough here, but allegedly after I fired him, he has gone through campaign after campaign after campaign like a vampire, draining it of money and just using it to like basically take free vacations. He'll drain a campaign, he'll get control of the money, and then he'll be like, okay, I need to go to this city to take a meeting with this person. I need to go to LA to go meet with the mayor. So the campaign will fly him out to whatever city to go do a strategy meeting or, you know, get donors or whatever. And really, he just uses it to get a free vacation. And allegedly, he has misappropriated upwards of like $100,000 of campaign money. And this is a Canadian. A 20-year-old Canadian, mind you. He was 19 when he worked. He didn't even work for me. But the whole time, I recently saw Inventing Anna, and I kept thinking, God, this is like, Anna's like a more competent Brandon. And then I heard this shit afterward, and I was like, oh my God, this actually is going to be a news story. This is exactly like Inventing Anna. So I'll keep you guys updated as it's going. Go check me out on my comedy TikTok to get more immediate updates. But it seems like he might get in some serious trouble because he has done some pretty crazy things. The misappropriating of money isn't all of it. I will let you guys know more as it develops. I'm trying to get a journalist to pick up on this because it is like basically the first chapter in this new Inventing Anna story that seems like it's gone on pretty far, pretty hard, and is still continuing because he's still at it. But with that, you guys, let's get into the questions. All right, question 1 coming in from Preston. Preston says, could you show us more of when you get a customer like in the beginning? Reminds me of when I work with the public. This comment came off the end of the New Year's episode, or the New Year's episode where I showed that crazy camera footage. So I'd love to. The fact is, I'm not generating enough money from this to blow deals. And if I stick a camera in someone's face, I will for sure blow deals. I'll get bad reviews for my store. I don't want to fuck with the money. It doesn't make sense to do that yet. Pretty soon it will. This channel keeps growing the way that it has been. You know, once I would imagine once I'm at 50,000 subscribers, I'll be generating enough revenue where that could make sense. So it's coming one day. I just know for right now, I gotta be careful. I don't want to fuck up any business. I don't want to jeopardize any sales. I need all the money I can get, you guys. So it's not worth it to me to blow a sale to make content yet. Question 2, coming in from Toby's story. Toby says, what gun do you carry? So right now, this is a Spanish Llama. It's a 45 caliber. I don't like carrying a 45. To be honest, it's overkill. I borderline wouldn't want to shoot it in here because if I shoot you once with this thing at 7 feet, there's no way in hell you're getting back up. I am aware that a Spanish Llama is not a great gun, but it's the only 45 that I have. Otherwise, I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm shield. I really like that gun. I don't want to shoot anybody if I don't have to. Okay, question 3 coming in from Eric Gonzalez. Why do you dislike the NRA? Don't you carry? Yeah, so I have a conceal and carry permit. If you see me in the streets of Minneapolis, I probably have a gun on me. But I strongly dislike the NRA because they politicize guns in a way that is so toxic. It created a massive fault line in America that has rifted and become so many other toxic things that are just ruining this country. No, as far as the NRA goes, it is a corrupt, toxic, backwards, awful organization, and I hate it. I just hate it. Question 4 coming in from Biggie Styles. Biggie says, do you think the con artist takes his shit to like a flea market? Just trying to think another reason why he has those price stickers on it. No, I think he thinks that I could be so easily manipulated that I'm gonna look at a price sticker that he very obviously drew himself because they're all the same handwriting. You know, it's super distinct. I've already made some content about his handwriting. It's the same reason why he calls me dude, because he thinks, you know, oh, if I'm personal and cool and fun with him, yeah, he'll give me the money I want for this shit. And it's like, no, jackass, I'm not an idiot. I wasn't born yesterday. I can see you're trying to manipulate me. Interestingly, I have not seen hide nor hair of that bastard in a while. And I wonder if he picked up on the fact that I was making a novelty out of his presence. Because, you know, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I whip out the camera every time he's here. I go live and like, I'm blatantly talking to a camera and talking to my live audience when he's sitting right here. He's not an idiot. I'm sure the guy's plenty smart, but I haven't seen him in like 2 months. Or maybe he died. Question 5 coming in from Omri. And Omri, I am sorry for mispronouncing your name. Omri says, you accurately predicted Russia would invade Ukraine. You also predicted the precious metals would rise drastically in price because of the invasion. Has that prediction come true? And if so, was it more or less than you expected? I'm gonna actually read the next question because they both tie in together. The next question, I fucking can't believe this happened. Rindin Circles. He's also saying, what are your thoughts on Russia going back to the gold standard? So yeah, you guys, this piece of news just came out pretty recently and I thought it was fake news and I had to look into it and sure enough, it's true. Russia went back on a gold standard. They have tied 5,000 rubles to 1 gram of gold as a set price. What that does for them is it stops the bleeding of the ruble because it was in free fall. Now by tying it to gold, it is inherently worth something. You can't negate a gold standard because it's gold. The whole world accepts it. So what this means for the Russian economy and for the global economy and the price of gold, I don't know, because this is some serious economic rat fuckery that, to be honest, I borderline am not qualified to explain because it is very complicated. I'll give you a dumb version. This allows Russia to monkey with gold markets in a way that can cause global repercussions and can actually cause hyperinflation here in the US. It is a weapon. It's an economic military strategy, what they are doing. There's some kind of complicated standards and I haven't looked enough into it to speak at super length about this, but Putin can say, okay, instead of 5,000 rubles, now it's 500 to a gram of gold. What that does is it elevates the worth of the ruble artificially, but it still elevates it. And it makes it so that compared to the dollar, I mean, it could seriously deflate the dollar by doing that. If you have, 1,000 rubles to a gram of gold versus, gold would be $63 a gram. So it's gonna make the price of gold go way up. And it's gonna cause potentially some serious problems here in the US and just around the globe for the global economy. On top of that, and kind of going back to Omri's question, I predicted that Russia was going to invade Ukraine. If you guys look back on my TikToks, I started talking about it in January and I was telling every person coming into the store, watch what Russia does. If they invade Ukraine, get as much gold and silver and platinum as you can. The price is gonna go up. The fact is, I think the situation is gonna get more unstable before it gets better. The fact is, Putin has boxed himself in a corner and there's no way out and he's a strong man. And strong men are crazy. Inherently. And final question coming in from BlabbyFawn123. Blabby says, if you were offered by a TV company to make your YouTube videos into a TV show, would you and why? Yeah, so like I talked about with the Pawn Star store, I saw the writing on the wall that the real gold mine in this business is being able to sell the information. You can create something worth astronomically more money than you ever could with a company just traditionally selling, buy, sell, selling the product itself. I have wanted a TV deal since day one of doing this, and it's why I'm pushing this boulder up a mountain, why I refuse to give up, and why I know it's going to be worth it, because that is my end goal. I want to make this business a tourist attraction here. That is what I'm putting all my energy toward, and it is my end goal, is to get a TV deal. I'd like a streaming service to pick me up. I think Paramount Plus would be a great home for me, but the thing is you don't go to them, they come to you, and I am way too small right now for anyone to even notice me. I get some views and stuff on TikTok. I'm getting bigger there. It's gonna be a while before I get this TV deal, I would think, if I ever get one at all. So yes, that is my end goal, basically, is to get a TV deal, but we shall see if I do. With that, you guys, that concludes this Between the Pawn. I again want to thank all of you so much for making this dream of mine come true. Can't believe it's been a year. Would not have been possible without you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys like this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit the notification button so you guys know when new episodes of Pawn Man are coming out. Please become a Pawn Man Patreon. That is another way you guys can support me. Even $1 a month helps. I don't put the money into my pocket. It goes toward new equipment, paying my editor. You guys, I need better equipment. You should see my tripod. It's a fucking joke. I want to buy a teleprompter to make doing my monologues easier. Get my books on Amazon. Get my merch. I have a merch store. I have apparel, clothes, coffee mugs, all that great stuff. Follow me on social media, Adam and Kale at Pawn Man, and I will see you guys back here for another episode and another great year of Pawn Man. Thank you guys.